Good morning, viewers. Myself, Jayanto sir, along with Shagnik and Sudeep are here from Erudite, Kolkata.
Hi,
And we
good
want
morning.
to share.
Good morning, everyone.
We want to share our observations about this first lot of CAT 2023 exam. It's just out, and we have got some kinds of informations about it. And first informations, if I want to share, that is there is no surprise. More or less, CAT 22 and all of the students, how they have written different mock exam, there is no any other kinds of surprise we can see. Small variation that is expected. Let's go to our next one. That means our LRDI slot analysis. We will go into these all three. First, we are discussing about this LRDI. It is one of the toughest segment of CAT exam that everyone know. In this segment, we can find it out the number of questions, number of sets, and everything. Whatever it was present in CAT 22 and this year, no surprise. More or less, it is exactly same. So total number of questions, as for that, it is remaining same as 20. Number of set, it is 4. And question per set is 5. So everything same. Only one thing, we know that it is LRDI segment, LR and DI. But DI, directly we can't say. DI, there is some kinds of table, some kinds of charts it has given. But all are these LR sets. And out of that, students' major requirement is to select. There are some kinds of sets which is definitely it would be possible for the students, and other sets which would looks like too tough, but difficulty level and other, if you consider CAT 22, from that students has made a lot of practice about this CAT 22 level. So good number of students will find this is more or less some bit easier. So that is our major observation about this LRDI. Some bit easier, but don't expect that you can solve more number of questions. That depends. One set is majority of the students, those who are making themselves ready can do it. But going to the second set or more than that, it may be difficult. Let's go to our next section. Shagnik will share with you this VRC segment, and that VRC segments, what it has appeared, it would be given to you. Let's hand it over to Shagnik. Shagnik, please.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank you. Right. Hi, everyone. Let's talk about the VARC section. Information all in, all through. Just give me a moment. So the VARC section, of course, Jayanto sir said that there were not too many surprises. The VARC section did have a few surprises in the VA section. Overall, what we know about this is this was roughly as deceptive as it usually is. It had questions where if you made some presumptions about the passage, let's say, you would get them wrong. So let's look at a breakup of the entire thing. We are talking about overall total number of questions 24, that remains. The subsectional weightage 16:8, that also remains. RC was mostly similar to last year. So we had a total number of questions overall was 24. Total number of RC passages, there were 4 passages. We had
Shagnik, one thing, yes, I also need to say in this regard, I got some idea about this BRC segment, that VA part, that was last time it was no any odd man out. Probably
yes, this time it has. This time it has. I'm coming to that, sir. I'm talking about the RC at the moment. We'll come to the VA section. So number of questions per passage were 4 questions. 4 questions per passage. So the pattern, the question pattern of the RC section, subsection was exactly the same. The number of theta questions were 0 here. 0 questions, 0 theta questions in the RC. RC had all MCQ type questions. The level of difficulty, it was medium. About doable were 2 passages, but you could manage 3 if you had enough patience, enough presence of mind, and if you could read that fast. So a very good score here would go into 3 passages with high accuracy, and an average to decent score would go into 2 passages. Now the VA section had a bit of a shift. It had a bit of a surprise. Total number of VA questions were 8 questions, as was expected. But as we see here, we have jumbled sentences, summary, and para completion. It was expected that the mix has so far till last year been for many years it has been 3-3-2. This year this was changed. So we had 2 jumbled sentence questions, we had 2 summary questions, we had 2 para completion questions, and total number of we also had odd man or odd statement making a comeback. So there were 2 questions of odd statement. That makes a total of 8 questions. Most of these questions were easy to medium. I would say that's 60 to 70% approximately of the subsection. There were 30% tough questions. Of course, could shift a little bit. Number of theta questions, this is why it has increased since last year. Last year, we had only the 3 parajumbles questions. This year, we had the 3 parajumbles questions and the 2 odd statement questions. So there were 4 theta questions all total. As the difficulty has perhaps somewhat reduced from last year, we would have expected an upshift in the cutoffs, but we are also expecting that since the question mix has changed, still is, so it'll be balanced out. Cutoffs should be roughly the same as last year, not much difference. So that's that about the VARC section. Now I'll hand it over to Sudeep for the quant section.
Thank you, Shagnik.
My pleasure.
Good morning, everyone. I am Sudeep Shah. So I have come up with the first hand analysis of the slot 1 of CAT 23. Now, to give you a bird's eye view of the whole section, we can see that the total number of questions has been remained same as in CAT 22 with no changes in that segment. And as we know in quant section, there are 2 types of questions, MCQ and theta. So this year also MCQ has been, and the proportion of MCQ and theta has been same, that is 5 to 6 questions has been from theta. Now to give you the sectional details or the topic-wise details, roughly this year also as expectedly, there has been 7 to 8 questions from arithmetic from various topics, which are very common to arithmetic. Now, as a little bit of surprise, the proportion of algebra questions has been greater.
That's also I got this information.
Yeah, exactly. So around 8 to 9 questions. Generally, it is 4 to 5 questions come from algebra, like in CAT 22. But this year, it has been around 8 to 9 questions some people have reported. So the proportion of algebra has increased.
But one thing, Sudeep, I also need to share here that students as per algebra and in case of our higher math, whatever we have taken as function, that has been taken together. Means it is not only the algebra, it is algebra as well as higher math segment.
Higher math segment together. Yeah. Sometimes there is a fine line or there is no difference.
Right. That has happened.
Right. So that got some people confused. But in general, we can say that the proportion of algebra has increased. That is for sure. Now, continuing with that, geometry, as expectedly, there has been 3 to 4 questions. And those are moderate level questions from lines and angles and triangles. Now, number system and higher maths, if we specifically say, there will be around 4 questions. Without getting into specific details, around 4 questions. Now,
another addition, I got it as per number system concern.
Yeah.
That some students were saying that number system, whatever number system you consider as, this not a single question was present. Any idea you have?
Some people have reported that.
Sorry to cut you off, Sudeep. I have heard that as well. The students told me that there were no number system questions as such.
Yes. That I got
there
it.
Could be, of course, there could be some questions which are borderline number system with some other.
But the importance level
combination
of number system
with permutation combination. It's a number system and permutation combination combined basically.
Right.
Could be.
So that's how there is no pure number system question like prime numbers or composite numbers or divisibility.
Vectors, remainder, divisibility. These are not there.
Those are not there, and anyway, those topics are nowadays redundant or obsolete. So nowadays, if they get 1 or 2 permutation combination questions, those are clubbed with number theory or number system based on digits. So you can say these are number system or permutation combination. Either way, we can classify them. So that way, so these are the classification of the questions topic wise. Now, level of difficulty as per reports, the arithmetic section has been same level as that of CAT 22 with minor changes, and other topics are mostly moderate to. Some questions obviously will be difficult, otherwise it is moderate to difficult. Some questions will always be difficult, otherwise they are doable. So moderate to difficult, we can say classify them as the whole sectional difficulty level.
One another additional point that I need to share, that is for some of the students I have interacted, those who are decent in math segment, and they have said that some of the questions from our class assignment,
Yeah.
it is very close to this question it appeared.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
means,
Even in CAT 22, that same happened.
Yes, in time, speed, distance. There,
as we say in the classes also, we have seen that if you go through our the class assignments thoroughly, you are sure to get a good number of questions common in CAT or in the same pattern. That has been the same this year also.
It has happened.
That has happened. So keeping that in mind, we believe that the cutoff for this year will be same or almost same as in the CAT 22. So there will be hardly any minor changes, if any. Otherwise, cutoff is going to be same as in the CAT 22. So this was we had for our first analysis for CAT slot 1 of CAT 23. In case you have more questions, do call us or write in the comment section.
As well as one another thing, that is we will come up with these all detailed analysis.
Yes, by tomorrow by 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
So there we'll discuss more in detail the type of questions, pattern of questions, if there are any new surprises or new patterns, and what are the expected cutoff.
Total CAT 23, we will try to find it out.
An in-depth analysis.
In-depth analysis. For that time, it is. Thank you.
For the time, bye, and wish you all the best for slot 2.
All the best, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.